We begin with the coronavirus pandemic, the deadline that passed already at midnight for city employees. About 4,000 employees are going to be forced off the job because they did not get their COVID-19 shots. That represents just 1% of the workforce. Now the city is working to get more people vaccinated with a new incentive. If you have not received any vaccines or still need your booster, you could get $100 in exchange for a jab in the arm. Of course, all of this is getting a lot of pushback from people who say they should not be required to get the shots. Eyewitness News reporter Marcus Solis is live on the Upper West Side with details. Marcus, good morning.
And Michelle, good morning, Michelle. Great art here at the Museum of Natural History, but also a place where New Yorkers can get a vaccine and also take part in that incentive program that the city is bringing back. Now, last year, over 800,000 gift cards were given away to entice New Yorkers to get that vaccine shot. This is now for the booster. You can get a shot for a gift card for $100 for the third shot, or if you have not yet been vaccinated at all, the first dose as well. The city averaging about 76% of all New York City residents of all ages, and they're trying to drive that number up. Now, speaking of the unvaccinated, about 4,000 city employees were facing that midnight deadline. 3,000 workers and 1,000 newly hired employees had until midnight to show proof of at least one dose. There was a protest yesterday by some of those municipal workers who are opposed to the vaccine. There were a couple of legal challenges as well. The Supreme Court declined to hear an emergency request from some teachers who are seeking religious exemptions, and a federal court in Brooklyn denied a request for an injunction against the mandate.
I feel betrayed. You know, during peak COVID, we showed up every day, worked in the worst conditions, overtime, endless hours, the time that we put in, and this is how I'm getting thanked.
We want people to be vaccinated. I don't want to see the city close down again, and all we can do is continue to encourage people, get vaccinated, and hopefully people get the booster shot as well.
Now, that 4,000 number represents about 1% of the city's workforce. The big question is how many people stuck to their guns and did not get vaccinated, in essence lost their jobs, or maybe the number that did get a late shot. The city tallying up those numbers, and we'll release them at some point this weekend. We're live on the Upper West Side. Marcus Solis, Channel 7, Eyewitness News.
Marcus, thank you. Now to New Jersey, where an appellate court in New Jersey has rejected a challenge to the state's vaccine mandate. The Corrections Officers Union sued, claiming Governor Murphy's executive order infringed on their due process, negotiation, and contractual rights. But the court ruled the governor is empowered to act to combat health emergencies. It also said that there are times when individual self-interest must take a backseat to the responsibilities we all have to each other. Correction officers must prove that they've been vaccinated by next week or face discipline, including termination.
COVID-19 cases have dropped across Connecticut, and so the state's second most populous city is dropping its mask mandate. The city of Stamford announced that it will lift its mask mandate this coming Wednesday, which is February 16th. Breaking this morning, Canadian police moved in to remove protesters blocking the Ambassador Bridge at the U.S.-Canadian border. This is one day after a judge ordered protesters to leave. The bridge is very important, carries about 1/3 of all U.S.-Canada trade. It connects Detroit to Windsor, Ontario. Hundreds of truckers have blocked the bridge for nearly a week in protest over Canada's COVID-19 restrictions. Yesterday, Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau urged the group to disband immediately.
Everything is on the table because this unlawful activity has to end, and it will end.
The blockade has now disrupted the flow of goods between the United States and Canada to the extent that it has forced the auto industry on both sides to roll back production. Police say 3 men pretending to be NYPD officers terrorized 2 people in a Bronx apartment. You can see one of them covering the security cameras with spray paint. These men claimed to have a warrant, but when they got inside the apartment, they zip-tied the hands of a man and woman, shot the man in the back before taking off with $20,000. The man was taken to the hospital and we understand is in stable condition. The woman suffered minor physical injuries.
In Newark, somebody punched a senior citizen, knocking him unconscious. Police say this man was riding a skateboard when he attacked the man near Ferry and Merchant Streets around 10 a.m. yesterday. The victim was taken to the hospital in stable condition, but if you recognize the suspect, you are urged to contact the Crime Stoppers tip hotline. Prosecutors working to determine if charges will be filed in a crash at a car wash that killed a 10-year-old girl in Queens. Prosecutors met with police yesterday. Investigators say the 34-year-old driver was alone even though she only had a learner's permit and the car was not insured. Davina Evkoba was walking home from school on Wednesday when the car hit and killed her. A second person was hurt. Police believe the driver mistook the gas pedal for the brake.
Today marks 3 years since the shooting death of NYPD detective Brian Simonson. He was shot and killed by friendly fire responding to a robbery in Queens, doing his job. A memorial mass will take place at 11 o'clock this morning at Holy Child Jesus Church in Richmond Hill, Queens.
Jurors will resume deliberations Monday in Sarah Palin's defamation trial against the New York Times. The jury heard closing arguments yesterday, then deliberated for a couple of hours without reaching a verdict. Palin's lawyer told jurors that a New York Times editorial falsely linked Palin to a mass shooting, and it was a display of arrogance and unchecked power. The defense conceded the paper wrongly linked Palin to the mass shooting in Arizona that killed 6 people and wounded then Congresswoman Gabby Giffords, but said that there was no evidence of malice. Former New York Congressman Anthony Weiner is teaming up with Guardian Angels founder Curtis Sliwa for a new job. The men will be hosting a weekly radio show called The Left versus the Right. It will air on WABC AM radio, which is not connected to WABC TV. Weiner resigned from Congress in 2011 over that lewd photo scandal. Sliwa lost his bid for mayor of New York in November.
New York Governor Kathy Hochul wants Con Ed to start giving customers a big heads up about big utility bills coming. The governor says too many people have been caught off guard by rising prices, in some cases double or triple what they're accustomed to. Con Ed has requested to raise electricity prices another 11% and gas by 18%.
The state of New York is one step closer to getting its first offshore wind farm. It's part of a project called South Fork Wind. The wind farm will include a dozen turbines located about 25 miles east of Montauk. Project officials say the wind farm will provide power to more than 70,000 homes and create more than 200 jobs in New York.